Hello everyone, this is Rebecca at 𝘠𝑔𝘗, and I have a small how-to to share with you. I was watching Kylie at Kylie's Card Craft a couple of nights ago, and she shared what she called rub-ons using tape and book pages. And when I saw her do it, I was like, oh my goodness, I know what I can use that tape I have for. And I have what is known here in the U.S. as painter's tape. Comes in green, and it also comes in blue in various widths. This one is 1.5 inches, this is 1 inch. And it is made to peel away after you've prepared, say, a window to cover the glass to paint around it. It's sticky, but it's not made to stick to bond, only to stick, if that makes sense. So I have some pages from a 1953 dictionary, and I did this just a few minutes ago. And I have this one's the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one off of this one section using this green tape. And I did try a fourth one, but I used a little too much glue, so it ripped through. But that is 3 pulls off of one section of dictionary page. So I'm going to try to replicate that. Now what I use is my iron on the very first setting. I use my homemade Mod Podge, which is 1 part glue, 2 parts water, with a little 1 inch, I guess all-purpose brush, I guess you could say. And then I use, let's see, I have a ruler with a smooth end that I can push the tape down with. And then I have this paper that I got a picture frame, I think, wrapped in. It's about the consistency of the newspaper, but it has a little bit of a finish to it. And I think that's it. So let's see if we can do this again and see what happens. So what I do is I just tear me off a little section, fold down one end just a little bit so I can pull it up easier, and put it on a section of dictionary page, and I use this just to push it down. I don't do it too much because I found with this particular book, because it's so very thin, if you push it too far, when it pulls up, it'll pull the whole page all the way to the other side, and you don't want that. You just want the top. So there's what's left, and here is what it pulled up. So here's how I do this. I just rip me off a small piece of this paper, and I do a very, very thin coat of this Mod Podge type mixture, PVA glue and water. And then I put the little tab that I'm going to pull it off with at the top, just outside this glue portion, just slightly. And then I have this cloth down on top of a 16-inch tile. I make handmade paper, and I use these to weight it down, but it's also good to iron on. And so then I just iron it until it's dry, and you could let this just sit and make more, obviously, but I iron all my paper. I don't know, paper's just not paper till it's ironed for some reason in my craft room, but it's just a little bit damp. If you pull it up when it's damp, it'll just pull the glue and it won't leave the paper with the print on it. So just give it a little bit of time to get completely dry. But if you put it too hot, then it will adhere the paper too much, and you won't get but the one pull off of it. So as was my experience last night anyway. So let's pull the first one. So there's the first pull, and you can see it left a few little holes, but it's just exactly what you want. The paper is so adhered to it that it's almost feels like the same layer. And then this is what's left on the tape. So let's do another piece and just see what we get. And the thinner the glue, the better, as far as the thickness. It dries faster, but it also won't pull as much off the paper each time. So there's my second little one. And don't worry about ironing the top of the tape. It doesn't really have that much of an effect. But it's still damp, so let's give it just another second. Okay, oops. I had to build up my table. I got me a new camera holder today, and I'm liking it so far, but got to get used to where it is. Okay, so here's the second pull. It's not, obviously don't have as much as the first one, but it could still be used in a project. Now, I don't know if there's going to be very much on the third one, but we'll give it a whirl and see what we have. Now, I did several of these last night just to see how far I could go, and I ended up getting 4 pretty decent. The fourth one was a little bare, but it still was good enough to use in a journal. Let's see, let's keep these separate. I'm gonna do that one just a little bit more. Okay, let's see what we get here on the third pull. And there's the third pull. And I dare say you could probably get just a little bit more on the fourth one. What do you say? Let's give it a whirl. And this time I won't put as thick of a layer of glue as I did when I was trying it out before I turned the camera on. Okay. Almost, but not quite. And just in case anyone's curious, this iron is used completely for crafts. I have a sewing iron as well, and a whole different table set up. I have a 6x16 craft area, I guess I'm going the wrong way here. On my back porch. It's I live in an old house that's over 100 years old, and it has 9-foot ceilings, and the back porch was boxed in some many years ago. And so I've got 5 different craft stations, albeit they're very, very small. I guess it'd help if I turn this over the right way, wouldn't it? It's not as much, but there is a little bit. So that's the 4th pull off of one piece of tape, and you can see there's still just a little bit of print still on there, but I don't think there's enough on there to worth trying to do another one. But here we go with the first one, the second one, the third one, which I think is actually better than the second one, and the last one. So that is my little epiphany after watching Kylie. And if anyone has access to painter's tape as opposed to the Scotch tape or other brands like that, this is made to release from whatever it's taped to, so it won't stick in the same way that the Scotch tape might, and so I think you might get better results out of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.